Hello and welcome to Kakistocracy. I'm here with Joseph P. Larkin. How are you doing today?
I've never been better. I can honestly say that, even though I
Yeah.
lied when I just said it, because of course I've been better. But
Yeah.
check it out. Did you notice this?
Mmm.
I fixed the mic stand. I'm so fucking
Yes.
proud of myself. I hope people, I know men must have this feeling of pride when they fix something that they broke without using a YouTube video.
Right.
And I wonder if women also have that sense of pride, like when they're finished cleaning a toilet or something. No, I'm just kidding. But it really is one of the best things about being a man is problem solving.
Mhm.
I had two broken mic stands. Now I have one complete Frankenstein's monster of a mic stand. And it fucking feels great to know that I didn't have to order a new mic stand off of goddamn Amazon again. It just felt good. It just feels good. And of course, as I was shaving my head tonight, I broke my broke my clippers. So that's the circle of life, Chris. When God fixes a mic stand, he closes the window on your 10-year-old clippers. So anyways, half my hair is not cut. You can't see it because I got the front part done before the clippers broke. But man, I immediately ran to Amazon. I was like, I need new clippers tomorrow when I wake up because this is not gonna. I'm not going outside with half my fucking hair cut.
Right.
I would look like a fucking like a juggalo or some shit. Like I was cutting my hair like that on purpose.
Quick question. Do you use the oil that comes with the clippers?
No. And that wasn't even the problem. The
Okay.
problem is that there's this little switch on the side that you click on and off to make the shearers go longer and shorter.
Yeah.
And it just kept, and finally, like that part just gave out. I mean, I don't know. Before I smashed it out of a rage.
Oh, I'm sure that was the problem.
No, it was broken before that. I mean, I probably could have fixed it with the screwdriver in the same way that I fixed this microphone stand. But I was so irritated, and I was like, this thing was only $45, and I got like 12 years out of it. I definitely was using it way back in the Dangerfield's 3 days, so I can't really even be mad. That was a great piece of equipment. But yeah, it kept like I don't know
loosening.
Yeah, but then it would make this insanely loud clicking sound, which made my cats run away and hide for like a half hour. Just unacceptable. Unacceptable behavior from my clippers.
Right.
But that's another thing that's great about being a man is when your laptop or your clippers finally give up the ghost. You're like, I'm just going to smash this right now. I don't even think it was a rage thing. I think I was exaggerating a little bit. It was just more like, it's broken. There's nothing to do. I mean, I can't. What do I do? Just keep this broken thing around with all the other broken electronics I have? Because that's what you do. You don't throw them away. I don't know what to do with them. Someone could fix them. And I'm like, well, I'm going to make sure no one can fix it now. But anyway, that's just another great thing about being a man. It's fun to break something and it's fun to fix stuff too. I like both those. I like both those extremes a lot.
Yeah.
I like to smash stuff and then fix it.
I think that's part of our natural problem-solving brain that I don't even think women understand exactly. That's why can you hear that plane? Okay, good. That's why when women go, they tell you your problems and then we try to solve them, they get mad because they don't want the solution. They just want you to hear about their problems. You know,
I totally get that too.
Yeah, it just the way our brains are different, which is it's great. It's what makes us and them like fit together like a puzzle. Well, that and other things, but yeah. So they'll come to you and they'll just tell you about their day, and you go, oh, well, tell that person that they're a dick and stop talking to them. And they go, no, I need to just tell you about what they did to me, and you're supposed to listen. And, that's just like part of what they want you to do.
That's fine. Yeah. I would rather just vent. I actually hate it when people try to give me a solution when I'm just venting. I just want to fucking complain sometimes, man. And that is from being raised with 3 older sisters. I learned so many bad habits from hanging around these dumb bitches. You have no idea. 3 of them, okay? That's the worst you could ever imagine. It just
Right.
sucked. It just
Well,
sucked. My whole life has sucked. My family sucked.
mhm.
I have no career. I have no career to speak of. My love life was terrible, and that's why I have no career to speak of. Also, no children, no future. A cat that shits on my fucking belongings spitefully.
Yeah.
You know, you have to understand, cats are not like dogs. When a cat shits on your stuff, they do it on purpose and they pick something that you like a lot before they shit on it. Dogs just shit everywhere for no fucking reason at all.
Right.
Whatever.
No.
Cats rule.
Cats are like women in that way. They do things out of spite.
They're exactly like women. That's why they're called felines. They're exactly like women. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I bought this new couch. The cat has shit on it at least 10 times already. I haven't even sat on it twice. And then he also pissed on it. So that's exactly what a woman would do. They would go, oh, he was waiting for 5 days for this to come in the mail. And the next door neighbor tried to steal it. And he had to drag it up the fucking stairs by himself. And he clearly wants to sit down on it to watch that giant TV. Time to take a shit on it. It's time to shit all over it. And that's just how it is. And cats are just like women. Women do that same fucking shit too, all the time. In fact, it's not even worth being friends with them or loving them or talking to them or sharing anything with them because they just use it against you later a million times over. Because you just be like, yeah, like I said, sometimes I just want to vent. I'm not trying to give you information to use against me later in a fucking argument or whatever.
Right. But, you know, your sisters may have been crazy, but at least they weren't like this woman.
I'm sorry. They weren't crazy. They were evil.
Okay? Oh, evil.
Yeah, this woman's crazy. My sisters are fucking evil.
You saw this, right? Or you know about this story that happened today?
No. What a fucking waste of our resources.
Right.
Why can't they just kill her and fucking never have to deal with problems like this again? Dude, I've said this before and I'll say it again. All you have to do is machine gun a handful of people in public with cameras rolling. Everyone else will fucking step to the side. They'll start acting right. You know what I mean? They won't be getting in your fucking face. They'll never get in your fucking face again. And who cares if that woman dies? Who loves her? Obviously, no one loves her. She wouldn't be outside doing that kind of stuff for attention. I mean, at least we're not that bad. It's pathetic to go to the fourth wall and be talking about your day to strangers, but it sure beats getting naked in public. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are things less dignified than stand-up comedy, believe it or not. Believe it or don't.
Right. And I did a show there on Wednesday night, or no, Sunday night. I did a show, and I did pretty well. And yeah, it was only like 6 people there, but I had fun. You know, just
how does that guy stay in business? Are there enough people going to the open mic and paying $5 so he can do that?
I don't know. I don't even know what the property rent would be in East Hollywood.
And he's got one in the Valley too, and it's in North Hollywood. So that's way expensive. It's not here in Canoga Park. I mean, I could potentially open a Dangerfields 4 out here, and I have looked around a little bit because it's significantly less expensive. And that was why I could do it in 2012, because I did it in Westlake, the worst neighborhood in town, and my rent was dirt fucking cheap. In fact, I have some regrets sometimes because this guy kept harassing me about turning my side room where I kept all my records into a green, like a marijuana growery. And I told him no, because I was like, this is a comedy venue, not a fucking drug den. And what a retard I was. I had paid off my entire rent selling weed to people that were already there smoking weed. What the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah.
And anyone would have made a ton of money selling weed out of there as opposed to, you know, doing comedy there, which made no money. It was negative money that comedy made.
Well,
you know, homeless people coming into my house and shit, stealing stuff. That only happened one time, but that's enough. One time's enough for me.
Right. The way I think he makes money is he charges people to run shows there. I mean, it's still not crazy expensive because it's kind of a dive, but it's like, I don't know how much an hour, but I think he makes enough to on the weekends to where he can kind of recoup some of the negatives. I don't know, and I'm sure he has another business on the side that he does. You know?
No way. He has a trust fund. He was in that stupid documentary that was made about Ian Russo that made him flip out and hit someone with a bottle. Did you watch that? Did you watch that documentary? I can't remember if we even talked about it when it happened.
I did. We didn't have a podcast then, I don't believe.
Touche.
But I watched.
I gotta let my cat out. She's driving me crazy. I don't know if
No
you guys
problem.
can hear her. Give me 1 second.
Cool.
Sorry about that, guys.
No,
I hope
it's
you don't
fine.
edit that part out so people can see how I really live around here. Fucking animal. These cats are completely in control of my life. They dictate everything that I do all the time. In
Right.
fact, I went to Vegas for the weekend, the 3-day weekend, simply because I couldn't stand being around them. I was like, dude, I can't smell this fucking piss smell all weekend when it's 100 goddamn degrees outside. It's just cooking the piss smell.
Oh, God.
So let me talk about that so I can talk about something positive for a fucking change instead of just being a negative Nelly. So I went to see there's this thing in Vegas in the Old Town part called Downtown Rocks. Downtown Rocks.
Okay.
And they hire during the summertime, once a week during the summertime, or maybe twice a week sometimes, they hire bands from the 80s and 90s that are no longer popular. Like I think in 2 weeks, Zebra is playing there. I was like, holy shit, that band is so lame. They used to play in Slidell all the time. They used to play in Slidell, Louisiana. So I don't know how the fuck they got on the Vegas Rocks or Downtown Rocks
roster.
peripheral or whatever. Yeah, it's very shocking. Zebra. Zebra is a band from New Orleans. Anyway, from the fucking 70s though. They were one of the, they might have had a one-hit wonder that I don't remember the name of. But yeah, they were one of the only bands that came from New Orleans that wasn't jazz or some shit. So anyway, the bands I went to see this week were Sponge, which obviously they suck. This band called Our Lady Peace, which I watched about 30 seconds of before I bolted. And then Ugly Kid Joe, which surprisingly was one of the best live shows ever seen. I'm so shocked. I'm still shocked. They were so fucking good. And what was crazy is I looked up their tour dates. They only did 2 dates in August, and they were still tight as fuck. I don't know. I'm really impressed by shit like that. It's really cool when they run like a well-oiled machine. And the singer's voice still sounds great. They were so smart. They played all their hit songs, and most of the set list was just early songs. So they didn't bore anyone with their fucking faggot shit. And they played Ace of Spades by Motorhead, which was fucking killer. Obviously, that's like one of the greatest songs ever. Dude, I was so psyched. Anyway, if you guys are curious, you can go look on my YouTube because I'm going to upload some video that I shot there.
Nice.
You can see the Ace of Spades song. But yeah, dude, holy shit. That area, what's it called again? It's called Fremont Street.
Yeah.
Dude, that area is like the third circle of hell. It's fucking crazy. Dude, so many meth heads, homeless people wandering around. Literally, like, anyone who wasn't watching Ugly Kid Joe did not speak English. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And of course, everyone who did speak English was old, like me, and lame, and drove 5 hours to watch Ugly Kid Joe and shit like that. But man, yeah, it's so rare that you see any good bands that I don't know. I was excited. I was like, shit. I'm not gonna go back and listen to any of their records or anything, but I will upload a video because I liked it that much.
Okay.
I don't know. The world sucks so much and modern entertainment is so bad that, yeah, a fucking band from 30 years ago was better than seeing any band that's touring right now. You want to go see Wet Leg or who the fuck ever is popular right now? I sure don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that shit. I'll go watch Ugly Kid Joe.
The only one I kind of wanted to see who was playing at the Hollywood Bowl was Tyler Childers. He's like country.
I don't know him.
It's modern country.
I hope you. Oh, cool. So it's completely fake and lame, and they say stuff like, "Remember when we rode down to the levee, driving in my old school Chevy?"
Not
I hate
that
that fucking
country.
shit.
No, it's not
It's
pop country. It's more like
I hate that shit. It needs to be stuff like Johnny Cash, where it's like literally songs either about riding on trains. Like this dude this dude had autism for sure. He had a whole album about riding trains and shit. It either needs to be about riding on a train, being proud to be American, or killing somebody. Otherwise, I'm not going to fucking listen to it. I'm not going to listen to your fucking lame platitudes about how you used to go mudding in your fucking truck, which you did not do, you liar. Lying sack of shit.
This guy is more like Johnny Cash than the other way. So
cool.
Yeah,
but I'm into that.
Yeah. So he was playing at the bowl like a couple months ago. He might come back. And the good thing about I learned this from another comic friend of mine, that if country music shows, there's a lot of women. And,
hell yeah! And they're the kind of women you actually want to date.
Yes. Yeah, they have values and things.
All my sisters listen to country music. They still listen to it. It's really shocking because it was lame in the 90s. Way down yonder in the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. Fuck you. Fuck your faggotry. And what's weird is that I have a distinct memory. This was 9 years ago, because I can only imagine how bad it's gotten. But 9 years ago, I brought this girl I was dating to the Madonna Inn. Do you know what that is?
Sounds familiar.
Well, it's like this like cool tourist trap in Central California, or maybe it's near. I don't know where it is. I don't remember. But anyway, It's a place where you're supposed to go on like, your honeymoon or something. And I took this girl with me. We did not even fuck. I didn't even try, even though I was already dating her. I didn't fuck her. And we just watched this country, like the Country Music Awards on CBS.
Oh, okay.
And I was just raging the whole time. Like, why are all these faggots and black people here? This isn't country music. What are you talking about? Johnny Rebel. That's some country music you should fucking listen to. Johnny Rebel, Johnny Paycheck, Merle Haggard. And you could probably stop there. George Jones, you don't need anything else. This new country music is just a pale imitation of George Jones being sung by either a black guy or a faggot.
Right.
They're literally faggots, dude. They think
Nowadays.
they're like, they put all these weird, like, brightly colored cowboy hats on with sequins and shit. This is fucking gay. And it's just shocking. Like, how do the fans not notice how gay and compromised this shit is? This is not even as country music was even more authentic in the 90s, and it was total shit. Shania Twain is more authentically country than anything that's coming out of Nashville nowadays. It's disgraceful.
I loved her in Tremors. Wait, I think she was in Tremors, right? No, who am I thinking of?
Shania Twain I don't think did never do any acting.
No,
I think you're thinking of either
Reba.
Was Reba McEntire in Tremors? She might have been.
Yeah.
Reba's totally an actress. She's not a country at all. That's fine. Be what you really are, which is a fraud. Go be fake on TV, but pretend you're somebody you're not. Yeah, it's the same as your country career.
Yeah.
Lucinda Williams is a great country artist. You should listen to her instead of Reba McEntire. Although I really like that song "Fancy" by Reba McEntire. It's your last chance, Fancy. Don't let me down. That's when country songs were about something. It meant something.
Right.
Hey, I might be poor white trash, but fancy is my name. That's what fucking country music should be. She even called herself poor white trash in the song. I take back what I said about Reba. She's the real deal. She's obviously the real deal. Vegas, baby. Dude,
Vegas.
Just a side note. Going to Vegas is so weird when you don't drink, do drugs, or gamble. You really it really is just going to see a concert and then finding food and stuffing yourself. And then, of course, what I always do is watch like 1,000 hours of cable TV because I don't have that at home. So
okay.
Fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, I really like the Food Network and like the what's it called? The Home and Gardening Network or whatever. I love those channels where it's just like, it'll just be a show about like, we flip houses. We find shitty houses and flip them. I'll sit and watch that.
Yeah.
It's so boring and stupid, but of course I'll sit and watch that for forever.
And it's like the home and it's the home and garden TV or something. HGTV, is that what it is?
HGTV, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because every time I see it, I'm always dreaming of what I would do if I could even afford a house. And
Mm-hmm.
because, like, when you have even just a bit of property, you can do, like, you can have projects, and that
Mm-hmm.
keeps you going. Just to, like, I'm going to build a shed. Like, that's something. But
Mm-hmm.
when you have an apartment, you're just like, I don't have to do anything. I might build
Mm-hmm.
a bookcase, but that's from IKEA. It's
Mm-hmm.
not the
Mm-hmm.
same.
Well, you should also just get some cats. There's always making a fucking mess that you have to go clean up later.
Mm.
That will stink up your house for days at a time.
I
Not that
I
I'm
know
bitter.
I can have cats here because my neighbors have pets, and I I do want one, but I want two. Because
Mm-hmm.
you don't want them to be alone.
Yeah, and also one of them might be an asshole, like with my cats. You need one that you can love. By the way, my cats now have fleas. They didn't have fleas for why? Because new neighbors are fucking pigs. I'm like shocked because the neighbors I had on the other side used to have a nest of rats in a tree, and I would have rats running through my yard all the time. And then
Oh,
now these other people have fucking fleas, and it's like, what are you doing in your house? Because I don't clean shit. I'm a dude. I'm a single dude. I'm not cleaning anything ever, and I don't have bugs and fucking rats. What's
right.
what's going on in your house that you do this? By the way, foreigners always have terrible, disgusting living situations. I'm surrounded by fucking foreigners that don't work. It's insane. And I want to assure you that they're not working from home because I see them wandering around the complex in the days, all fucking day, no matter what time it is, they're outside or just making noise somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, it's frustrating. Oh, this is speaking of foreigners, I think enough time has passed that I could talk about what happened with that restraining order.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't understand what happened while it was happening. I was like, why
Yeah.
am I getting a restraining order? I've literally never talked to you. What the fuck is going on here? That's not a joke, dude. I never spoke to any of my neighbors the 2 years they lived here. Also, I didn't know what they looked like.
Mm.
Yeah, I only saw them occasionally on the security cameras. That doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
They look like every other foreigner that lives here, quite frankly. No blue eyes. I'm the only fucking guy who has blue eyes in this entire fucking building. Probably the whole block. That's disgusting to me. I don't know. That's very that's bothersome to me.
Right.
But anyway, so these fuckers were harassing me for, a year and a half or something. And finally I fucking lost my shit. And I went, and since I'm already being stalked by them, I said, fuck it, I'll stalk you back. So I went and looked up the guy's name and I found his LinkedIn. Folks, don't have a LinkedIn. Don't ever have a LinkedIn. There's no reason to tell strangers where you work because guys like me exist. And so I tweeted at his boss several times. Oh no, just like one. This happened over Christmas. One day when I was like turbo high, I'd eaten like 1,000 milligrams of weed or some crazy shit like that. And I only left it up for like a day. And I did it during Christmas because I was like, I don't want people to actually see it. I just want to scare the fuck out of this guy who lives next door. I don't give a fuck if he has a job or not. And I don't know if he ever had a job because I don't think that was a real job because I never saw him. I never saw him leave. I never saw him go anywhere. But I may have gotten him fired. Maybe he had a part-time job or maybe he was working from home because that's when the restraining order came into play. I'm pretty sure I got his dumbass fired. But the thing is, what I found when I was Googling him was that he's a convicted felon.
Oh, wow.
He got convicted he got convicted for lying to the police. So this is a bad motherfucker. This is someone you don't want living around you. He lies to the fucking police and gets caught and doesn't just fucking roll over. Because if a cop catches me in a lie, I'm like, all right, you got me. I'll take my medicine now. This guy was like, nah, I'm just gonna keep fucking lying. And that's the other thing. They lied in the fucking they lied in the restraining order. This guy is just a turbo liar. So anyway, I pointed that out to their boss via Twitter, Instagram, and I think that's it. Those are the only two that I'm on. And then I deleted it like 2 days later. And I bet he got fired because his boss had no idea he was a convicted felon. I guarantee they had no idea. That's not something you just tell your boss. Like, oh, by the way, I got fucking convicted for lying to the police. I'll definitely lie to you too. Don't worry about that. I'm lying to you right now. He lied to his goddamn boss, Chris. He didn't tell his boss he was a convicted felon. See what we're talking about here? See what we're dealing with here? This is someone I don't want fucking living around me. So anyway, so the guy got the restraining order, and I've been laughing about this for the whole year because I know he spent a fuck ton of money trying to get that fucking shit delivered to me. Because I used to process serve. I used to be the guy that was saying, "You got served," you know. And so I know how it works, and I was actually pretty reasonably priced. I probably charged about $800 to do it, and then after, if I can't serve you, then they call the fucking sheriff, and I guarantee the sheriff is charging way more than $800. Well, they just went right to the sheriff, and so one morning I wake up. One afternoon I woke up and then looked at my security camera, and the sheriff had come by at 6 in the fucking morning to serve it. Now, I'll tell you right now, Chris, I don't answer my fucking door to anyone, and certainly not at 6 in the fucking morning to a police officer. Okay, that's just not going to happen. He did that about 3 fucking times. Every time he came at 6 in the morning, because they don't give a fuck about actually serving it. They want to keep making money. This is what I say about the police. Calling the police last week, I was talking about this. Calling the police is pointless. They don't give a fuck about their job. No. He gave a fuck about getting a few $100s each time he stopped by without actually delivering shit. So, in fact, it took him several months to deliver the fucking paperwork to me, and they had to do it at that show that we were on together a number of months ago. So, I mean, what a con! I saw her from the stage. I saw one of them from the stage. See, there was one that I did kind of know what she looked like because she was a fat Asian bitch. And so anytime I saw her walk by my camera, I was like, damn, I wish this fat bitch would stop walking by my camera. I hate her. She's so ugly and fat. So, of course, she had to fucking show up. Because the idea was that they'd serve me before I got on stage, and then I would just I'd see her in the crowd and start ranting at her. But listen, this ain't my first fucking rodeo. I'm not gonna fucking violate the restraining order you just gave me. You must think I'm fucking retarded. You think I'm retarded. You think that I eat crayons, you bitch. I'm not gonna violate the fucking restraining order you just gave me. But also, I'm on stage. I'm doing my fucking job, stalker. I'm going to do my goddamn jokes that I fucking planned and not talk about your fat ass.
Right.
Send your restraining order now. Now I've given you some fucking ammunition. Well, send it now, bitch.
It'll cost some money.
It doesn't matter when you're some rich asshole from Lebanon whose mommy and daddy pays for everything and you don't have to work. They don't fucking care. I don't know. But anyway, so they served me. I remember looking at it when I was sitting there during the show and I was reading it. And I was like, they lied in this because somebody, probably a homeless guy. In fact, anytime something happens where something gets broken or thrown around outside, I just assume naturally it's a homeless guy because there's 100 million of them wandering around Canoga Park at any given time.
Right.
So anyway, they took one of my wine bottles out of the fucking garbage or recycling and then threw it on the ground when they realized it was empty. And so it landed in front of the Antifa people. So it wasn't even in front of their fucking garage. It was in front of the Antifa people's garage. By the way, they're another one. Give me 1 second to talk about the Antifa people. Fuck you. This is why no one likes you guys. They have a camera in their kitchen pointed directly into my kitchen window. Okay? It's a fucking webcam. These dumb motherfuckers, you arrogant fucks. You need sound. You need sound. Your webcam is just going to take pictures of me taking out my fucking trash. That's it. Or feeding my fucking cats. You fucking retards. So since it's pointed in my window, one side of the window, I put up a flag that says, Jesus is king. There's nothing that a bunch of Antifa Jews hate more than Jesus. So every fucking time they look at their footage and every time they look at my window, they see that fucking name, Jesus. And so in addition to that, I just yesterday stuck one of these lights I have here, the flashing one. I stuck it in the window on the other side. So now every time they just have colored flashing lights. They have a bunch of footage of colored flashing lights on Jesus's name. And I know this is the funny thing about Jews and how hypocritical they are. I know they're going to complain to the HOA and I'm going to get a letter about that that flashing light.
Right.
And meanwhile, they have a fucking camera pointed at my fucking window.
Right.
You don't like flashing lights? Get your fucking camera out of my fucking window. That's all.
Speaking of the HOA, I found this video and I thought of you, actually.
Oh, wait. Not yet. I have to finish my story about that. But yeah, keep that one. Keep your finger ready, because I got a lot of things to say about the fucking HOA too. I love that I'm paying more than my first apartment cost in Chicago to be harassed by faggots and Jews. That feels good. And foreigners. People that aren't from the same country as you, who shouldn't even be in this country, are now dictating how I live my life. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I just need to finish this up real quick. So I was, so I saw, I'm going to be honest with you. I got a little frazzled because I was like, Jesus Christ, they'll lie in court. They'll lie in the paperwork. Right. So anyway, when I got I forgot to say the part that the first thing they tried to serve me wasn't a restraining order. It was just a court summons. Yeah. Which I knew was completely pointless to go to. I'm not going to fucking drive to Van Nuys for a 7 a.m. court appointment. I was like, I'm not going to. I knew that would result in me getting a restraining order because I didn't even try to fight it. But whatever. So the reason why they moved out is because the fucking I had to research restraining orders because I didn't understand what happened there. But the reason why they moved out after 3 months is because the restraining order, if you don't violate it, it just disappears. It doesn't exist. Right. You have to prove that the restraining order was necessary, or they cancel it. So that's why they moved out, because they were basically trying to fool me. They were trying to provoke me into acting out so that they could get me in trouble with the police, which, let me tell you right now, that's not going to happen. As I said, I've never been arrested. And, I've been a little bit, let's say, cagey about this. Of course I commit crime. I commit crime every goddamn day. I commit crimes all the time. I just don't get caught. Okay? I don't get caught. So anyway, let's talk about the HOA now. I want to talk about these people that fleece me for money and don't fix anything. My life is a complete shit show because these fuckheads, they don't fix anything. The fucking Northridge earthquake happened 30 years ago. There's still damage on the building. There's a fucking gigantic crack, and it's like, that's got to be something you should have fixed. Oh, also, the HOA, you have to vote for the HOA it's like a weird popularity contest, but for faggots and losers that have no friends that are unpopular. The HOA is a popularity contest for unpopular people. That's what it is. So every year they send me this letter in the mail where they say, like, these are the people running, and then the guys that are running always write out a little thing about themselves and why they should be on the HOA. Which, by the way, if you want to be on the HOA, you are a fucking loser. You're a loser and you have control issues. You need to tell other people how to fucking trim their lawn. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Right. You're like a cop. You're like a cop, but fatter and gayer somehow. Somehow fatter than cops. Yeah. Anyway, so one of these dudes that's been on the HOA for literally 30 years now. He's been on the HOA for 30 years. He wrote that he wrote in this thing, you guys should elect me because during the Northridge earthquake, I got $1 million per unit for everyone from the insurance company. I was like, what a fucking bold-faced lie. If anyone got $1 million in 1994, they wouldn't be living in Canoga Park, of all fucking places, sharing walls with illegal aliens. $1 million. Get the fuck out of here. Only retarded illegal aliens could believe that was true. So everyone's just sitting here sharing walls with brown people and sitting on $1 million fucking dollars for 30 years. I don't fucking believe that. I don't believe you, lying fuck. I've had some pretty funny conversations with this guy too, the head fag. I call him Gay Ned Flanders because he looks. Do you remember the episode of The Simpsons called The Streetcar Named Marge? He looks exactly like Ned Flanders during that episode, but gay, gay as hell. But I love chatting with him because the last time I talked to him, he told me, like, he has some self-awareness because he's like, Yeah, I was having some problems with people that live across the street. So I called them up and I was like, I'm on the HOA, which I realized doesn't mean shit. And I couldn't believe he was self-aware enough to say that he realized it didn't mean shit. Because I've proven to him definitively over the last 8 years that he is completely powerless and can't stop me from doing anything. In a way, I kind of enjoy paying the fee because I'm getting my entertainment from these fuckers like you couldn't even believe.
Right.
Okay, so anyways, let's see this HOA footage so I can rant about that. That's exactly what they're like. I need to point out that everyone on my HOA has no family, no job, no career, no friends outside of the HOA.
Wow.
They're just losers. And the reality is they can't actually fine you. This is what I've learned because I should have been fined. The only time I ever got fined by the HOA was during COVID when the fucking mail wasn't running. Yeah, you didn't get your shit on time because I stuck it in the mail and it just it wasn't running.
Right.
We didn't get mail for several months in the fucking LA, whatever. So it had to be that extreme for them to actually fine me. And like, it had to literally be, I didn't pay my fee, my HOA fee on time. And it was literally a worldwide crisis that it caused that to happen. I mean, whatever. Fuck these scumbags. Talk about being lower than shit. Charging a guy a couple extra $100 because he didn't put stuff in the mail when the mail wasn't running. It wasn't running. When I was supposed to walk over to your fucking house and give you the money in cash. Eat my asshole, faggot. You'd like that, wouldn't you? I won't let you. Whatever. He's another one. If you're watching this right now getting pissed off, just remember this. I have footage of one of your he has teenage faggot runaways that come to his house and he fucks them. Yeah, he has a criminal record, which unfortunately he wiped before I got a chance to use it against him. Because I was just gonna make flyers and be like, this guy fucks teenagers. But anyway, so watch your fucking step, gay boy, because I have my fucking shit on. I have my fucking evil eye on you, and you're next, buddy. I'm never satisfied until I've hurt everyone who's hurt me. So you're next.
Okay.
I mean, fuck that guy. Listen, dude, I don't care if you're gay and I don't care if you use prostitutes, but don't bring them to my fucking building. There's a fucking motel on Canoga Avenue, which is like 5 blocks away. Take them there and fuck them. Don't bring them around me. And you pissed them off because they stood right in front of my security camera and talked about you, dumb fuck. So even the teenage runaways you pay to fuck you hate you. You should kill yourself if you really want to know what I think. I wish your father was alive and could see what kind of fucking man you became. Gay Ned Flanders. Okay, anyway. But I'm sorry, I don't know if there's sound on this, but these women this is exactly who's on the HOA. Some fat ass with no children, probably no husband. They have nothing going on in their lives. They're the biggest losers. And they want to fucking they want to give me attitude and start wagging their finger in my face. I can't take you seriously. Get fucking real. Okay, sorry.
No, there is sound on this. She'll speak in a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
The arrogance on her face. I love it. Don't touch my fucking camera. I've had him do that over here too. Keep your fucking hands off my fucking Ring camera.
Hello again. First of all, I would like to inform you that per the HOA guidelines, you're supposed to take your outdoor pillows inside to your garage before winter, and you've had them out literally all winter, so you're gonna need to take care of that. It looks like you have them like stuck to the chair. Pathetic. Take those in. Also, they're very faded. You may want to consider buying new ones. And I would just like to show you.
Jeez.
This chair is clearly 37 inches tall, and HOA guidelines is 32 inches at maximum. So you're going to need to get new chairs. No worries, because these ones are pretty ugly anyways. These were probably hand-me-downs, I had to guess. So, anyways.
You're fat. Shut up,
I
fat
just wanted
bitch.
to inform you of a couple of violations. My husband will probably be by later to let you know
She has a
how
husband.
much the fines are going to be.
Surprising.
But yeah, take care of your shit. Thanks.
Ugh,
Man,
terrible.
you picked the perfect video to illustrate what I'm going through. But also, man, my HOA is not even that bad. They First of all, they fear me and they don't fucking come up and talk to me, or they would never ever do that shit on my camera where I would have. I mean, obviously, I would use that as ammunition in fucking court. What do you think I bought these fucking Ring cameras for?
Right.
They're for court. That's the other reason
Mhm.
why I'm irritated about that webcam. You can't use that's not admissible in court. It's not a fucking security camera. You're
Mhm.
spying.
Yeah.
You're clearly violating my privacy because my Ring cameras are pointed at people's faces when they walk by or their license plate.
The alleyway,
understand?
basically.
Yeah, I don't want to keep tabs on people that live here. That doesn't even make any fucking sense unless they're outside doing something to my shit.
Property. Yeah.
It's meaningless to have
Mhm.
footage of them. In fact, it irritates me. See the
Mhm.
same fucking 5 retards walking by over and over, and it's like, dude, you're wasting my fucking battery power on this bullshit.
Mm.
And you're wasting my time because I have to look at all of this because we live in a fucking dystopian nightmare filled with homeless people. And I want to correct myself from last week. The security cameras are valuable. Like, I don't know if they're admissible in court. I don't know if I even know if I'll ever go to court with these people because they're Jews. They don't want to fucking spend money on fucking shit. They don't spend money on anything. So why the fuck would they drag me through court? That's why I was shocked about the restraining order too, because they wasted a ton of money on that. That's
Right.
insane. Like,
Yeah.
the volume of money they wasted on something that was completely meaningless and did not intimidate me in the slightest bit.
No.
God, it must suck to be that powerless. And they don't have any people in their lives that they can dump their shit on. You know, I have family. I can send them a nasty text message or something when I feel bad about myself.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the audacity of that fat bitch. Miss Piggy. I'd call her Miss Piggy. I'm already making up nicknames for the other people's HOA. I'm fucking on top of this shit.
Yeah. And it's obviously it's a power trip. You were right. It's for losers that weren't popular in any other aspect of a life, and they want to portray they have some kind of power over you because they can fine you. But it's not. It can't be legally binding. It's like Don Fanucci in Godfather 2. Do you remember that guy, the character?
Remind I don't think our viewers have watched The Godfather Part 2 once a year for the last 20 years, so you should explain to the audience.
I watch it like every other weekend, but
I mean, it's the best, dude.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than that. You're talking about the dude that De Niro caps, right?
Yes.
Yes. That's a perfect example, Chris. Goddamn.
Yeah. He pretends like he has power, but Vito Corleone figures out that all he has is fear. That everyone pays him out of fear, but he actually has no muscle behind him. Whereas Vito, well, he kills him, obviously. And if you've never seen the movie, he caps him during the Catholic celebration. I forget what it's called, but it's one where they march the saint down the road with all the money attached. What is that called?
I forget too. The Feast of Someone or Other. But it's in The Sopranos too. There's an episode of The Sopranos where Paulie doesn't get like quality carnies to work the carnival, and someone's kid almost gets hurt on one of the rides. That's a great episode, by the way. That's the same one where Christopher falls off the wagon and he gets high and he's just lying on the ground with a stray dog. That's a fucking great episode, dude. That's the best comedy that's ever existed, The Sopranos. It should have been a sitcom or something. Because I don't know. Well, the first time you watch it, you're really enthralled by the violence and the twists and turns of the story. But every time you watch it after that, it's just a fucking hilarious TV show. Yeah. And all the violence is actually kind of like, even the violence is funny. Yeah. Because even every time they kill someone, they fuck something up. They always fuck up. Like, anyway, yeah, you guys, you should watch The Sopranos and Godfather 1 and 2 right
1
now.
and 2,
dude.
Three,
spend your 3
weekend. Doesn't exist. 1 and 2.
3 is not a bad movie. It's just a bad Godfather movie. In fact, I like the concept a lot because the first Godfather is about family. The second Godfather is about industry, and the third Godfather is about religion. And so they had. It's basically like the Pope somehow gets involved with the mafia, blah blah blah. It's a really interesting concept for a story, and it certainly works with the
themes,
the basic, themes of the first two movies. But where they fucked up is they wouldn't call the amount of money he asked for, so they just replaced him with a totally different character who's not fun. He's not interesting. And then Robert Duvall's character just dies off screen or something. It sucks.
Oh yeah, because he was still alive, or he is still alive, so he should have been
He's
in the
still
movie.
alive right now. Yeah, absolutely. And it was totally pissed about that, and so was everyone else. It really ruins the movie because there's no dramatic conflict between Pacino and the other guy. There was a lot between Pacino and Tom. Tom is the name of the character. Excuse me.
Right, which it was building within the two movies. In the first one, he rejected him because he was taking out everybody, and he didn't want him to be a part of the war. And then even in the second one, he kept like pushing him and pulling him in, and then pushing him away because he was like, there's some things I don't want you to be a part of. And so throughout two movies, I was just
going to say the dynamic is set very smartly, which is that Tom is Irish. He's not allowed to be a part of the Italian mafia. He's just a consultant. And there's also a bit of a sibling rivalry between the two characters because the Godfather treated Tom like he was his son, even though he was an Irishman and not part of their clique. And that, of course, chafes the Al Pacino character for, all of the first two movies. There's a lot of conflict between those two, and it's fucking great.
Right.
It's really, this is why Hollywood sucks. They find a great director like Francis Ford Coppola or Orson Welles and just fuck with them endlessly. They recut the movies. They won't hire the actors they want. Blah, blah, blah. You have these uncreative fuckheads. It's the same thing with the Comedy Store and any of these other places. Uncreative people dictating the choices that creative people have to make. And the uncreative people don't know why it's important that I go on stage at the Comedy Store and say nigger 5 times in 3 minutes. I'll tell you what, it was important. That made me a fucking legend there. I said nigger 5 times in 3 minutes, and I killed. I crushed.
You already had 2 now.
Well, I'm not making a point right now, but I was making a fucking point. It's the best night of my life in a lot of ways because I remember I was crushing. I basically was talking. I figured out a way to talk about the word nigger without calling anyone a nigger. 3. But again, I'm still not calling I'm not calling anyone a nigger. That's 4. I just said the word. It's just a word. It has no power unless you give power to it. And I took all the power out of that word. What was that again? Nigger. It's the same thing we're doing right now. Because after I said it twice, it just came out. And then the third time I go, and then something, the N-word. Then I go, why am I saying the N-word? I've already said nigger. So I gave, that's what I was talking about, dude. I gave the audience permission to laugh at something that they know they're not allowed to laugh at. I should have been passed. I should have been passed on the strength of that fucking set alone. And then, of course, the Comedy Store being the Comedy Store, the booker at the time, Tommy, he sent one of his minions over and was like, Tommy is very excited. He wants to talk to you. He saw everything. And I walked back there and got a fucking 5-minute lecture about how I can't say nigger on stage, even though I just fucking did and killed with it. That's what I'm talking about, though. Why does Tommy Tommy said nigger all the time off stage. He called people nigger. Okay? I have yet to call anyone a nigger. I just said the word. It's just a word. I'm taking all the power away from it. And you can do this too. I believe that Quentin Tarantino said it best when he said the word nigger should be shouted from the top of every roof. And he's
I'm running
right.
out of fingers.
Well, you gotta start using toes and penises. I'm not gonna stop. But yeah, that guy Tommy told me later also that when I was saying that stuff, that there was a guy this is the best compliment I've ever gotten from my comedy. So there was a guy in the crowd who was doubled over from laughter and he was choking on his laughter. Yeah. That made me feel so good. I was so funny that night. It hurt somebody. What a great feeling. It's a feeling that most people at the Comedy Store who have the name on the wall will never feel. You'll never know what that's like to go on stage and be a real comedian and say something that is so naughty and would get me beaten on the street. If I had gone out in the bar area and said nigger 5 times in 3 minutes, I would have got my fucking ass kicked.
Right.
This is also why I love comedy. They applauded me. I got applause breaks for saying nigger. I said nigger and people applauded. That's there's no other art form like this. This is the greatest art form in the whole fucking world. So this is why I won't quit, even though all the cards are stacked against me and have been stacked against me, because I fucking pulled that shit out of my ass. By the way, I didn't do any jokes. I was just riffing. That's the other reason why I'm a goddamn comedic genius. I don't fucking go on, like, I don't know. When I go to the Comedy Store, I either do my jokes or I riff, but one way or the other, I always kill. I find ways to kill. It's important to me that I do that because it's my job. It's my function. It's why I didn't derail my set when they served me papers, because it's my fucking job. That's irresponsible and it's not cool. People drove out there to watch that show. We drove out there. Mm-hmm. So you have to have respect for the audience, even though I just said that I say nigger in front of them all the time. I still have respect for them a little bit.
Yeah.
As long as I'm already like dancing around racism, I want to talk about a subject that is near and dear to my heart. So I was going to send this video to you, but I don't want people to actually watch it because some asshole made an animated cartoon of an Opie and Anthony discussion with Patrice O'Neill.
I already know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Patrice O'Neill tells this story. He describes this concept in the Black community called punking. And I call it a bitch test. I think he called it a punk test, but I call it a bitch test. They punk you to see if you're a bitch. And so this is very common in the Black community. And the way that Patrice describes it, because I guess he was a teenager or maybe in his early 20s, and it was in the early 80s. He was wearing an all red Adidas jumpsuit, which was very desirable at that time. I mean, I'm not talking shit here. Go watch a Run DMC video. Everyone was dressed in this outfit. And so he's talking about how he was playing basketball in the park and some guy that wasn't part of his crew showed up and was playing with them. And the guy started like stepping on Patrice's toes. He would bump into them while they're playing. And Patrice was like, I don't understand what this dude's problem is. You know, I don't understand. He doesn't know me. Why is he being like this? And he was bitch testing him. He was seeing if he was a punk. So when Patrice failed the bitch test and didn't respond to that guy's abuse appropriately by abusing the fuck out of him, the guy took out a gun and stole the tracksuit. He stole the Adidas tracksuit off of Patrice because he failed the bitch test. And so not only Blacks do this, it's all minorities, every fucking minority. Mexicans are really bad about this. So, for example, I have a story for you. Okay. These Mexicans that moved in next door, the entire month that they've been there now, they've been bitch testing me. They've been punking me. They've been stomping as loud as possible at all hours of the day. And then the main bitch test happened. Oh yeah, and the guy he was looking at my packages. There was another time where he went in front of my security camera and started doing this to try to see if it was on. You know what I mean? Just doing stuff that's disrespectful and potentially, you know, he could be potentially trying to harm me. Right. So anyway, a couple weeks ago, I'm leaving my house, and this guy, he had a pickup truck that was parked just a little bit in front of my garage, just a touch, not enough to lock me into the garage, but just enough to make it really difficult for me to back out of my own fucking garage, right? So I back out of the garage and I pull. I'm such a psycho. I back all the way up to where they are, and I just sit there and stare at them. I'm waiting for them to look at me so I can open my window and tell them to move their fucking truck away from my fucking garage. They won't even look at me. This is where they failed the bitch test. They're bitches because they won't make eye contact when they do this stuff to you. And I demand fucking eye contact when I'm talking to someone. I'm not autistic. You're not autistic. You will make fucking eye contact with me like a fucking man. And that's it. If you don't make eye contact, I know you're a bitch. That's my bitch test. So one of the little fuckers kept looking up and smirking. And I was like, oh, they're obviously doing this on purpose to bother me. So I drove to McDonald's. I drove to McDonald's. I ate a triple cheeseburger on the way home. And I drank 2 sips out of a large Coke. And then when I got home, there is footage of this, by the way, folks. So we could see this on the podcast one day. This is also a bitch.
Yeah.
No, me telling this story is also a bitch test for them because that's the thing. When they started punking me, I was like, well, I'm just gonna punk them back. So when they were fucking stomping, I would just bang on the wall and say, "Shut up," or whatever. What are you gonna do about it?
Right.
So when I came back and the truck was still in the same position, I walked over, full Coke in hand, and just threw it right at the fucking back of the truck, and it exploded all over the truck. And these pussy ass bitches didn't even come out. They waited until I closed my garage door, and then they washed it off with a hose. But guess what, Chris? They have never parked anywhere near my garage again. They parked very far away from it. So that's a bitch test I passed.
There you go.
And isn't that fucking sick? That's psychotic. Because I've already had this test. Because in the past, when people blocked me, they blocked the whole garage, as if I should go ask you for permission to leave my own fucking home. I don't fucking think so. I demand retribution. You fuck with me, I fuck with you back, but I fuck back 10 times harder. I'm the kind of guy who goes on stage at the Comedy Store and says nigger 5 times. You think I'm going to put up with your shit? I don't fucking think so. So you failed my bitch test, motherfucker. But the other times they've blocked me in totally. And it's like, shit, dude, you have no goddamn right to make me talk to you. You have no fucking right to bother me and pester me. I don't want to fucking interact with you. You're a fucking retard. Obviously, you're too stupid not to park in front of a stranger's garage. So in the past, when I asked them nicely to move, they just kept doing it. So you can't ask nice. You have to be an aggressive asshole. What I'm talking about is so psychotic to white people. You can't even understand what I'm saying. And I had to deal with so many minorities living here to figure this out. It took 8 years to figure out the formula, to figure out the solution to the problem. If you ask nicely, they'll keep doing it. If you yell at them, they'll keep doing it. So I had to demonstrate to them a willingness to vandalize their property if they do it again. Now, obviously, a soda is meaningless. They washed it off 10 seconds after I did it. But the stink of disrespect, it lingers. It's in their nostrils now. It's going to be in their nostrils until they move the fuck out. So anyways, they've been very, very quiet over the last few days.
There you go.
And so I hope that you learned a valuable lesson not to fuck with me. But if you didn't, I have way more shit that you don't even know about yet. I mean, I have a fucking drum set in my house. I didn't even put it together yet. That drum set used to be played by Brody Stevens. It's a special drum set.
Oh,
you better believe if you don't shut the fuck up and stop stomping, I'm just going to set that drum set up and teach myself how to play the drums. How'd you like that? How'd you like to listen to 6 hours and be playing the same drum beat over and over? I only know how to play one, Scentless Apprentice by Nirvana. That's it. It's the easiest drum beat out of all of them. Oh, yeah. I can also play We Will Rock You by Queen, which is also the second easiest drum beat of all fucking time. I mean, dude, fucking Queen. They weren't even, like, Nirvana weren't playing the cymbals. You know what I mean? Like, you just had to learn how to play the kick drum and whatever.
I don't know.
So anyway, long story short, to my neighbors who are watching this, stop fucking with me. Leave me the fuck alone. Can't you just accept my rejection? I just don't want to be around you. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be tested by you. Why should I get tested by you? I'm a grown-ass man and I own my home. You have no goddamn right to fuck with me. I own this place. Fuck you. Fuck
yeah.
I love the idea of these HOA fuckers think they can fucking push me around or push anyone around. Please. Yeah. Please. If it were 100 years ago, I would have taken you around the corner and beaten the fucking shit out of you, gay boy. Are you kidding me? While yelling as many homophobic slurs as anyone could possibly yell.
Right.
It's only now because of people like me having ring cameras that I have to pretend to tolerate your bullshit. They've put me in a cage, Chris. I can't act out the way I want to because there's cameras everywhere now.
True.
I was, dude, I'm the pioneer. I was the first guy that got security cameras. There's a whole story. I'm gonna write a movie about it one day, but I'll real quick give you the cliff notes.
Okay.
There are people from Israel living over here. I made the mistake of complaining to the HOA because they were so loud. They would at 7 a.m. they would go outside and have a loud conversation, and then I would wake me up after I just gotten home from the Comedy Store at 4 a.m. or something. Because I was a complete psycho during this period, not sleeping at all. And so I complained to the HOA. The day I complained, the faggot from Israel went out there and vandalized my garage door. And in fact, I don't even know how he managed to do this, but he took a hammer and he hit it at just the right point where it broke the spine of the garage door. So when I opened it the next day, the whole thing crumpled in on itself. And the worst part is I saw this happen. There was no cameras, so I can't prove it, but I saw it happen and I was fucking wine drunk. I had polished off a bottle of Francis Ford, And so I thought he punched the garage door, and I was like, what a pussy.
Yeah.
And so the next day when the fucking garage door crumpled open, I was just standing there in my gym shorts, like befuddled. And the cunt across the alleyway called the guy who did it. And he just magically came by to walk his pit bull or whatever fucking Doberman dog he had because he's a pussy. That faggot has no idea how close he got. He came to get his ass whipped. He didn't have that dog all the time. I would have whipped his fucking ass all the way around. He was also one of those guys that was setting off his car alarm in the middle of the night and day. See what I'm saying? Just a total loser.
Yeah.
A loser, pussy, beta male faggot. By the way, every illegal immigrant is a beta male. I hope you guys notice that. I've noticed that. The kind of people that don't like to work. People that they're beta males. That's not an alpha male thing to do. Alpha males like to work and they understand the value of hard work and labor.
Right.
Anyway.
Well,
so they vandalized that garage door to the tune of $5,500. I just can't let it go, Chris. I cannot let it go. It reminds me of when I was a kid, and we had a garage door, and I would stand on the bottom of the garage door and ride it up. And then one day, I guess I was just too old to do that, and I broke the garage door. And my dad never fixed it, and I never understood why until now. $5,500 is why my dad never fixed the garage door.
Yeah.
Also, we lived in Slidell where we didn't have a bunch of fucking illegal immigrants and homeless people wandering around. I mean, I had to fucking get that garage door fixed the day it happened. Dude, fuck these monsters. I had to take my car out of the garage and move it down the street because I was like, well, now they can just get in there and vandalize the car. If they're willing to vandalize the garage door to the tune of $5,500, they'll vandalize my car. This is also why they can all suck my fucking cock and balls. Gargle my balls, faggots, because you started this. You did that. I didn't fucking do that. In fact, I still haven't vandalized any of your shit. I certainly haven't wasted $5,500 of yours unless you're from Lebanon. I have a great feeling you wasted more than $5,000 on your stupid paperwork that I didn't even fucking keep or look at.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your thousands of dollars of paperwork, you bitch.
Well,
soon by the way, now I'll get a fucking letter in the mail about how you violated our new restraining order because you talked about us on the podcast. Meanwhile, we don't know any details about them except that they're from Lebanon, which that's completely meaningless to anyone.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I keep calling them Jews because I don't know what they believe in Lebanon. They might be Muslims. I don't know.
Right.
The only ones I know for sure that are Jews were the people from Israel because they're from Israel. There's no one else there but Jews. So I'm just, I don't know, pontificating or something here.
All right.
They're racist.
Yeah.
Chris, can I just say this real quick, man? And this is advice for everyone listening. Don't ever live in a place with an HOA under no circumstances. Because the main reason why I moved here I wanted an HOA because the place I used to live in, I had bad immigrant neighbors and I wanted to have someone I could complain to. No, they will always take the bad immigrant neighbors' side over yours because they're Jews and they hate white people. That's why I put Jesus flags everywhere they have to look at them. Look at the name of Jesus and remember what you did. Remember what you did and why you'll burn in hell for eternity for doing it. Fuck you. How dare you? I didn't kill you don't see me stabbing Satan in the heart over here. You don't see me crucifying Satan. Let me tell you, Chris, I'd love to fucking crucify Beelzebub and all the rest of these demons. But that's just not Christian. I mean, Jesus didn't do that.
Yeah.
What a waste of my time. But anyway, my friends on the HOA, I know you watch this because you're stalkers. You stalk me. So just know this, like there will be problems if you don't fucking leave me the fuck alone. This is no longer funny. It's not cute. You're making my cat piss on the fucking couch. I'm done with this.
All right.
I'll fucking bury you in that couch, motherfuckers.
Okay. I was just going to end on a silly video because I think you will enjoy it, but all right.
By the way, I'm actually in a good mood tonight, Chris. I'm not even in a bad mood.
Oh, man. Well, I think you'll enjoy this, though.
This makes me angry. Looking at people look at their phone while they drive.
Yeah.
And it's not even something important. It's just some of their retarded
Stupid
boyfriend
stuff.
wanted to text them about some retarded shit.
Right.
God, this is upsetting. I can't watch this.
Oh,
This is
it
how I'm
gets
gonna
better
die.
though.
This is how I'm gonna die. Someone's just gonna drift into my lane of traffic and kill me because they're looking at their fucking phone.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, your cell phones have voice recognition now. You don't even need to be texting. Stupid bitch.
Yeah. She's mad because she fucked up, basically.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Don't worry, some man will clean up the mess for her later.
But she has it all on video too.
And she put it on the internet. These people are retarded. I would
Yeah.
never post this on the internet of me being stupid.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. Clout is more important to them than shame.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so fucking glad I was raised Catholic by a domineering mom and an absentee father because I'm filled with shame all the time. I never want to I don't want to be embarrassed and fuck up.
Right.
I'm actually surprised I even talked about that stuff with the restraining order at the show because that was embarrassing as fuck. I'm at work right now. And obviously I should be getting a restraining order against you. You stalked me here. Dude, that show was a fucking like 45-minute drive at 9:00 at night.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
You wasted like at least 90 minutes going to the show. The show itself is probably 2 hours.
Yeah.
I always wonder if they realize what losers they are. It's the same with the stomping. Oh, look at this. Do you see that?
Is that your cat?
Yeah, technically, because I punched a hole through the wall after I saw the piss. So I fucking hurt myself pulling it out of the wall.
Well, and on that note,
hey, the drywall was asking for it, dude. I turned into a total cliche yesterday. After that happened, I was like, God damn it! Take that drywall. I mean, dude, the only way it could have been better is if I had drank some Mountain Dew while I was doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do the do.
I'm embarrassed that I told that anecdote too. See, guys, shame. It works. Use it. Utilize shame. You don't need to shame others. Shame yourself. Mm-hmm. Shame yourself before you do some dumb shit. Mm-hmm. Shame yourself.
Yeah. I think that's a perfect note to end with tonight is shame yourself. And I hope that you have a very shameful rest of the week. All right. Good night.